Well, good morning. It is Sunday morning. Yes, it is. And I know that this looks a little bit weird. I know. I need to get like a dark, like a black or whatever color, other colors they come in. Something like a bald cap and a band that is not flesh colored. Because like this, you can do, but like you can see it, but then like right here, that's my actual skin. You can see the difference. Hey, no, we're not doing that. What did I just say? We're not doing that. So I don't, with this particular one, I don't think that would work because then you'd see black and then skin. But I don't know how to really fix that because the wig, the wig cap, it's a little bit too big, like this way. And so like it's like way, it's going past that, so it's kind of, yeah. And see, when I was trying these on and everything, and like when I did the unboxing, I didn't have my cap or band or anything on, so I did not realize that. But as long as people's not getting like way too close, it should be fine. So, and even if they do and they say something, I'm gonna be like, you know what? You are too close. Back it up. This is my own personal bubble. Back it up. If you want to get that close to where you can see my bald cap through my wig seam, you too close and get up out of my bubble. Excuse me. So I like this one so much better. The hair, the fibers is just so much more softer. Y'all see, it looks a little bit whatever, like ratchet, but it's not, I can still run my fingers through it. And it's not like, because I think the other one was curled to where it was curled this way. Like it was curled inwards. So like it was like constantly in my face. These are curled out. So like I can actually do this and get it to where it's not completely in my eye. So I think the other one, it was curled wrong. So, but it's fine. It's no big deal. So we're gonna try something a little bit different this morning when we go to church. Like get to church. And that is, go ahead and lock my doors and get my sunglasses because it is bright as heck. It is already, according to the truck, it is 87 degrees. So, here we go. So, it's already almost 90 degrees. So, yeah. I'm done. I'm done with this heat already. And it's not even in the mid, like, dead of summer yet. But, anywho, we're going to do something a little bit different with the church service this morning. And I'm talking about, like, just us in general. I know I had mentioned that there's some stuff going on that's kind of gotten, like, me, Alina, and my mom, like, kind of, like, stressed out. And it's a bunch of different things. And so, I mean, so we're all kind of, so we're all kind of stressed out about different things. But, you know, we all know what's going on with each other. So we're all kind of, like, stressed out about what everyone is going through. And so, anyhow, Elaine does not know this yet. I've been a little bit afraid to tell him.
I have my glasses on.
We'll put them on. It is not. Shh. I forgot to put his glasses on him. It's okay, baby. You can go today without them. It'll be okay. It's okay. Baby, I don't have them. They're at the house. Okay, well, it's okay. You don't have to wear your blue glasses today, okay? No, you can't wear your sunglasses inside the church, baby. start. But the answer, hey, the answer's no. When we get to church, you have to take them off and leave them inside the truck, okay? Here.
What's that?
I ran over a rock. Calm down. Take a breath. Take a breath. So, anyhow, Caleb came to me yesterday morning, and me and him had a talk. Okay. He started the conversation. He came up to me. I might end up in I don't know. I'm trying to get ahead of myself. Caleb! So anyhow, he asked me if he could do something. I agreed. And I'm probably going to end up regretting that decision. I'm already regretting it a little bit, but I'm trying to stay calm so we can. But anyhow, Caleb came to me yesterday and told me, he said, Mommy, I do not like taking my medicine. I said, well, why not? He says, I just don't like it. I said, but Bud, it helps you. It helps you. It helps calm your brain down a little bit so you can listen better. So I'm like, it helps you. The medicine is to help you stay calm. It's to help kind of calm your brain down a little bit because your brain is going. I said, and it's to help calm you down to where when it goes like, it goes like, yeah. And so, no, sir. And he says, I know, Mommy. He said, but I really want to try not taking my medicine. I said, but I don't think that's a good idea. I said, Mommy is not entirely okay with that. I just do not think that is a very good decision to make right now. I think you need to be up a little bit older before you can really truly be able to understand the difference between how you feel and how you act with the medicine versus without the medicine. He said, I know, Mommy. He says, and I know when I don't take my medicine, you're going to get madder at me. And I'm going to probably get into a lot more trouble and get a lot more spankings. He said, but Mommy, I really, really, really want to try not to take my medicine today. I said, so what happens if you don't take your medicine and you start getting into a whole bunch of trouble and you stay in the corner? He said, well, Mommy, when I start feeling mad and aggravated and I start acting out, I'll put myself in the calming corner. I said, well, babe, we have talked about a calming corner, but we've not actually really done it. So you really don't know how the calming corner would work versus the punishment corner. And he said, well, can we at least try? And I said, I really don't know. I said, and Daddy's already left because Elaine had already left for work. I said, Daddy's already left for work. I really do not, him being at work already, I don't need to talk to him about it. I said, I just don't know. I really probably need to talk to Daddy first. And he said, okay, if you want me to take my medicine, I will. And his face just dropped. And he says, okay, but I really don't want to take it. I really want to try not taking it. And something just quickened in my spirit, and something just told me, my mommy heart and my mommy brain is sitting here going, that's not a good idea. Try it and see. So I was like, okay. Lord, if this is really truly you, I'll do it. So Caleb went all day yesterday without any medications other than his melatonin, which is something that him and her get, they both get that. He didn't take his Adderall. He did not take his quantity. I was really, really afraid because he was still kind of bouncing off the walls and everything, even at like 7 o'clock when we normally go to sleep, and he's normally kind of already kind of like trying to make himself stay awake. It was like complete opposite. He was like still kind of bouncing off the walls. And so I told him, I said, baby, we'll try this. I said, but I just don't know. So he did really good yesterday. Him and her did fight a lot yesterday, but it really was not on through him. She was starting it. He wanted to he really just wanted to chill yesterday. He really did. He told me, he said, Mommy, I just want to lay down and chill. He tried to lay down on his bed and just chill and just do whatever yesterday. She kept getting down and going over there and bugging him, like tapping on him and messing with his cover and just being a little nuisance. And so I eventually just separated them. He stayed in his room. I gave him some of his drugs, and he stayed in his room. He had pretty much quiet time, or Caleb time, like all day long, just about, to where he just stayed by himself. And I got Elena and her toys. She stayed in the living room with me. She didn't really play with her toys. She pretty much got up on the couch with me and just laid with me the whole time. Apparently we had mommy and sissy time. So, and then of course when Alana got there, and that's when they both started acting out. Caleb started getting into a little bit more trouble. Mainly just talking very excessively and being a lot louder, which I do know has a lot to do with just being kids and being with ADHD. Like, I know that. Now, I was afraid that he was not going to sleep at all yesterday. Like, I thought I was going to be up with him all night. He surprised me. He did. He did go to sleep, which I did give them the melatonin at like 5 o'clock versus 6 o'clock. And we had a lot of issues with the laundry yesterday. I'll have to get into that a different time because I've about had it with this stupid laundry mat that we have at the park, but that's beside the point. But anyhow, he did. It took him a minute, but he did eventually. I know you're not spitting, Caleb. Are you spitting? Yes, you are. Why? Clean your face. I do not have any more clothes for you. Do not be spitting. That is absolutely disgusting, son. Do not do that again. I heard him. That's why I knew he was doing it. But anyhow, so he did good yesterday. He did good last night. But this morning, on the other hand, it's been a completely different story. Now, there could be a lot of different factors. Okay, it could be the fact that he still had a little bit of the Adderall in his system, and now it is like completely out of his system. It could be the fact that I have not separated them, and they've had, like, she tends to get him kind of all worked up. So, or she contributes to him, acting out. So, or getting him riled up. So, and with me kind of being running around, trying to get ready for church, and Sunday mornings are very stressful for me anyhow, because there's just so much to do, and that's when they know that I'm busy and I've got to do things or we're going to be late. So that's when they actually really try to act out the most. And, dear Lord, truck. Y'all do know that it's 55 through here, not 70. But anyhow, Sundays is really stressful. They both always act out on Sundays, even when Caleb does take his medicine. Now, yesterday I didn't make him take anything other than the melatonin. This morning I did make him take his NAC. And that is just to help him, that's to help with the picking, his little ticks, where he like picks out his skin, the spitting, and playing with spit, stuff like that, which he better not be doing again. But it's to help with that. So anyhow, I made him take that this morning, and but like I said, they've both been acting out very, very bad this morning. My truck is being very, I don't know what's going on, but it's like weaving like a lot. I'm not sure why, but anyhow, they've been on it this morning. I'm very this morning, which I told Caleb. I felt it all day yesterday, and I felt it very, very strongly this morning. And I tried talking to Caleb about it. He wasn't very happy about it. Actually, he was sitting there trying to tell me no, but he was going a little bit crazy, and that just turned red. That didn't even turn yellow. That went straight from green to red. But anyhow, he couldn't really listen to me very well, or didn't listen to me very well. Move real quiet. So anyhow, so my feeling is that I need to keep him inside the sanctuary with me this morning. He's not going to be happy about it. If I do make him, he's not going to be happy about it. I can't handle both of them being in there with me, but I don't feel that for Elena. I feel like I need to keep Caleb with me. I don't know if it's because deep down I know that he's not taking his medicine, and I know how he's already acting without being on his medicine. And so I don't know if that's just like a me thing, but I have felt it ever since yesterday. And I was even I was talking to my mom yesterday and was telling her, and she's like, you're going to end up aggravated. She's like, because they've never really been in the sanctuary. They really don't know how to act, and he's going to be talking, and without him being on his medicine, he talks anyhow. She's like, but he's going to be really, really excessive. And so I was like, I know. I said, that's why I'm not really sure if this is like just me trying to protect him and wanting him to be by me because of him not being on his medicine, or if this is really the Lord trying to tell me that for some strange reason, Caleb needs to be with me this morning. And of course she told me, she's like, I really can't help you on that. She's like, I really can't. She's like, all I can do is warn you and tell you, hey, you're not going to be able to really enjoy the service because you're going to be dealing with him. You're probably going to have to go in and out several times. And I was like, I know. That's kind of the only thing that's kind of holding me back of actually saying, okay, yes, this is what we're going to do. But I was trying to talk to Caleb, and I was trying to explain it to him. And of course, he couldn't really understand. He couldn't really comprehend what I was trying to say because his brain is just right now. And so I do know he is going to throw a fit. I don't know why I'm feeling this. I've never felt this way. I've always kind of, for lack of better words, just being transparent, ever since we started church, or, started going to the church, I've always looked forward to Sundays to be able to have a moment without it. I've always loved being able to go in there, and I've taken Elena in there with me before. She has stayed the whole entire service with me before, but she doesn't stress me out the way Caleb does. And so I've never felt this way with him, and I'm really, really worried. I'm really worried because for a couple of different things. I'm worried that it's just me, and that I'm going to end up so aggravated to where it's not even going to be funny. And me and him's going to end up going into some type of like screaming match. And I'm going to get so mad to where I'm possibly going to lose my temper. Or just about lose my temper. And then on the other side of that, I'm also scared that if I do send him into his classroom, the Lord's going to get, if this is like the Lord trying to tell me to do it, then I'm like, and I don't do it, the Lord's going to sit there and be like, really? I tried telling you that I wanted him to be in the main sanctuary with you. I told you that's what I wanted, and you disobeyed me. And there could be something that goes on maybe at like altar call, or something else that goes on during the service that Caleb might need to be a part of for some strange reason. It might have something to do with like what's going to be preached, so I mean there's a bunch of different things that I can think of as to why Caleb would need to be with me. So, and it just, for me, I just can't stop thinking about Caleb wakes up. He's never had a problem taking his medicine. The only medicine he has a problem with is NAC. But we found a different one that is powder and it's like in a capsule. It's not like an actual pill. So for him, it's actually easier for him to take this because he doesn't taste pill. And so for him, he doesn't actually have a very big problem with it anymore. And so I mean, but he's never had a problem taking his medicine. He's always been very, okay, Mommy, is it time to take my medicine yet? My alarm goes off. Oh, it's medicine time. He's always been very, very good with taking his medicine. I've never had an issue with it, which has always been kind of shocking. But for the fact of just out of the blue, and he is so dead serious about it. And he's like, Mommy, I really don't want to take it. Please don't make me take it. And then all of a sudden I'm feeling this. And so now I'm just like, okay, there's too many things going on. And it just is too much for it to be like a coincidence, is the word I was trying to think of. So I'm just like, okay. So I do think I'm going to keep him with me. The worst that's going to happen is he gets to talking too much and I have to take him out. So, I mean, it is a possibility. Because he's not been able to be quiet during this whole entire video. Normally, he's pretty quiet. And I am having to pray for a lot of Caleb. I'm having to pray for a lot of patience and a lot of calmness. Stop. I'm having to pray constantly for patience and calmness because I'm trying not to let all the little noises in him constantly, some type of noise or word is coming out of his body. And it's getting annoying. that point to where like I feel myself. So like I already feel myself reaching reaching that point of okay. You know, I almost and I'm trying very hard not to get there. I don't want to get there because I know myself. I know my limits. And I feel like I'm already starting to reach the end of my limits. And I don't want to do that. I'm trying my best to stay calm. That way, if I stay calm, he tries to stay calm. And that's what we need. I need him to stay calm. That way, he doesn't get into so much trouble. And he can just... But this is an odd spot. But it's just... I feel it already. And I'm just like I'm trying to do like type of things because I'm trying hard not to reach that point to where I sit here and I yell and scream at my 5-year-old for talking because he has ADHD, and he has begged me to let him try going without his medicine to see if we can control ourselves without having him be put on medicine. You know, I know I have a niece that has ADD, and she didn't like the way medicine made her feel. And my sister, when she came to her and said, "Hey, I don't want to take medicine anymore," she says, "Okay, that's fine. But the consequences of you being off your meds, that's on you. You know, if you want to try doing without and trying to learn how to cope without the medication, go for it." You know, and I mean, she was younger when she did that, so I mean, and she's 19 years old. Goodness, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I have no idea what just happened. That was a little scary. I was trying to cough, but I couldn't breathe or cough it. Sorry. Anyhow, like I said, this was like back when she was like maybe like 8, 9 years old. I don't even think she was a teenager yet. When she told my sister or told her mom that she didn't want to be on medicine anymore. And like I said, she's like 18, 19 already. And she's never, ever since the end, she's never been on medicine again. And so like, I still think that Caleb is a little bit too young for it. But at the same time, Caleb has to take a lot of medicine. He has to take 3 Adderalls a day. He has to take clonidine. He has to take melatonin. He has to take NAC for all of his little ticks. Like that's a lot for a 5-year-old to be taking. You know? And so I guess my thing is the fact that, okay, if we can do this, if we can go through this and we can get off of it, this could potentially be a good thing. He gets off of his clonidine, he can get off of his Adderall. So all he has to continue taking is his NAC and his melatonin. That's only 2 pills a day. That's not bad. You know? And then not only that, we can stop having to go see Dr. B, which I love Dr. B. But, I mean, if we don't have to see her anymore because he's doing fine, then that's fine. You know? I mean, we could continue going to the therapist, you know, to kind of help us through him not being on medication. But, and I like his therapist, but she's not a big fan of, like, kids not being on medicine. Like, her thing is, okay, he has ADHD, he needs to be on medication, as well as doing therapy. So, I I mean, it's just one of those things. I don't know if I'm going to try it yet or not. I think I might, but I don't know. We are not flying. Come on. Come on. Y'all could have gotten over. One didn't. She wanted to go the same speed I was while staring at me, wondering like, where are you going to get over? I can't. You're literally going the same speed as I am. The other car got over and let me in, so. But anyhow, I know this is a long video. I'm sorry, but I just kind of wanted to kind of tell y'all what was going on and everything. And if we do decide to not put him back on it, like if he decides or we decide that we're going to continue trying this for a while without him being on medication, a lot more of these videos will probably end up going back to be more talking about him and what we're going through with him, which again, it was the main reason for this channel. But we started the channel as well as us finding a new doctor all at the same time. And so it just kind of worked out to where I didn't get to really do a lot of videos on what we were going through and the struggles we were having with him. But, you know, if we do decide to take this route, then the videos are going to probably be a little bit more of him and dealing with him being without medicine. So, I mean, and I know a lot of y'all, that's a lot of the reasons why y'all are here. You know, y'all are here for the kids, which I love and appreciate. So, but that was the main reason, main focus on this channel was to help. If I go through something that later on down the road that somebody else is going through with their kids, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, my kid's doing the same exact thing that she just said her kid did. Oh wait, she did that and that worked for her. I hadn't tried that. Let me try that. Oh, thank you, Jesus, for giving me that piece of advice, because that worked for me. So that's kind of whole point. But anyhow, we're almost to the church, so I'm going to get off of here and I will